Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about this piece of shit fucking movie from 1987. Dirty Dancing. That's right, Dirty Dancing. That movie you love so much. That movie that gave you the fucking time of your life, didn't it? Yeah, you just had the time of your fucking life swallowing this big fucking bucket of shit that they kept putting down your throat, and then you asked for fucking seconds, all right? This was one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen, and it's not because there's no talent involved. There's a lot of talent to make a piece of shit this good, okay? It's just that it's not believable. Okay, if you'd had I don't know, maybe a little bit of testosterone somewhere in the creative process of this movie, this would have been a blockbuster. This would have won Academy Awards. This would have won a lot it would have been in the part of the, well, it's still a part of this cultural zeitgeist, but it would have been respected by both sexes. Okay, instead you got a fucking cheesy fucking chick flick from 1987, one of the more popular chick flicks. Okay, but a chick flick nonetheless. It cannot break through its own genre. It's bounded by its own genre because it's just not that good. It's not, okay? It's a guilty pleasure. And I'm sure most of you older ladies, you middle-aged ladies, the ones that watch this movie, when you were a teenager in 1987, you thought that shit was going to happen to you. But now you're older, you're like my age, and you've gotten a big fucking dose of life, and you realize that shit like this that fucking that fucks up your expectations for relationships, okay, is shit like this, okay? And then you try to warn your daughters, you try to warn your granddaughters, but they ain't gonna fucking listen to you because they got their own fucking shit going on, okay? You don't know shit, okay? Nobody ever knew anything until they showed up, okay, right? Am I right? Okay, well, this Dirty Dancing is a good example of that, okay? Even me just watching this movie again, and remembering who I was. I was a kid when this movie came out. I was a preteen when this movie came out, and even back then I thought this was bullshit. This was not realistic, okay? But a lot of you girls thought it was for real. Yeah, this was a real deal. It's gonna happen to you when you go to summer camp or some shit. No, it's not. It's not. Okay, not like this, all right? This is just fan fiction written by some nerdy fucking Jewish girl rich Jewish girl, whose dad took her and her sister to the Catskill Mountains every fucking summer, and she learned how to dance over there. She became a mambo queen, and she fucked a lot of the guys, a lot of the poor boys that were working there, okay? She probably lost her virginity there, and I'm pretty sure she wasn't fucking 17 when it happened. I don't even think Baby was a virgin when she got there, okay? In this movie, okay? But yeah, so she went there. She fucked a lot of guys. Her dad didn't know about it. I'm pretty sure her dad was well in the grave before this movie came out. Okay, and no, I'm not talking about Baby. I'm talking about Eleanor Bergstein, the woman that wrote this piece of shit. Okay, this is basically her reliving her youth fantasies. Did this really happen to her? I'm pretty sure it did. Okay, but I would really like to know the real Johnny Castle side of the story, because I'm pretty sure he's got a different point of view than she does. Okay. But we know that's not going to happen, okay? So we're going to talk about Dirty Dancing here. This is part 5 of my series of chick flick destruction. I'm going to take your favorite chick flicks, and I'm going to fucking destroy them, because that's what I do here. I give you a straight man's point of view. Okay, ladies, if you're watching this, I'm going to give you that point of view that your dad didn't tell you, your boyfriend didn't tell you, and your brother didn't tell you, okay? Or your husband didn't tell you. You know why? Number 1, because they didn't give a shit. Okay, and number 2, because they probably didn't see it. Okay? And number 3, because they don't want to piss you off. Okay? I got nothing to gain by lying to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay? This is what a straight guy really thinks about your freaking chick flicks. Okay? What a straight guy really thinks about this crap. All right? And that's what it is, crap. Now, hey, listen, I'm not saying you don't have the right to enjoy this movie. You absolutely do. I mean, there's lots of movies that I enjoy that are not anywhere near realistic. Okay? Actually, one of my favorite movies of all time is Avengers: Infinity War. It's a fucking big budget superhero movie. Okay? I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure everyone's fucking seen that movie, okay? I enjoyed it. I thought it was one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. But you know what? I also knew that when I walked out the fucking theater, that shit wasn't gonna fucking happen to me. Okay? I knew that shit was fucking fake. I knew it was nowhere near possible for this shit to happen in real life. Okay? Unfortunately, a lot of you girls that saw this movie in 1987, you walked out of the theater, your teeny bopper bitches walked out of the theater thinking this shit could really happen to me. It's gonna happen to me this summer. I just know it. Get the fuck out of here with that noise. Get the fuck out of here. There's a reason they don't make sequels for chick flicks. Okay? Well, they usually don't. Like, it makes sequels for chick flicks, okay? Because you don't want to see how it really ends up, okay? It kind of breaks the spell, so to say. All right? So, this movie came out in 1987. I remember it very well. I mean, I did not fucking see the movie when it came out. I waited like a year and a half. I saw it on cable, okay? Because I'm not going to spend my fucking money to go see this piece of shit. Are you out of your fucking mind? Okay? But I had a cousin who really liked it. And I remember when the movie came out, I mean, you heard the soundtrack on the fucking radio all the time. They were playing the hell out of that fucking soundtrack. Okay, and also they were showing it on MTV all the time. Patrick Swayze was on all the talk shows. His posters were selling like fucking crazy. There used to be a thing back in the day when you went to the fucking convenience store, like a 7-Eleven or something, or CVS back then. They had a magazine section. People used to actually buy magazines back then, okay? And you could tell who was popular in the cultural zeitgeist by who was on the magazine covers. And I swear to God, that summer of 1987, it was nothing but fucking Patrick Swayze on the cover of everything, dude. Girls used to read these magazines called Teen Beat or Tiger Beat or some bullshit like that. I don't know, I didn't fucking read that shit. My cousin did, all right? But you could tell who the hot guy was at the time by who was on the fucking cover there, okay? Whether it was Kirk Cameron or whoever the fuck. Kirk Cameron like owned that fucking magazine rack for like a good 2 years, okay? Yeah, where's he now? Exactly, okay? But I remember Patrick Swayze did a lot of time on those fucking magazine racks back then, okay? Jennifer Grey did absolutely no time at all on the magazine racks at all, ever in her career. But it just goes to show you, man, these movies are not about the fucking girl, okay? They're about the guy, okay? They're about this fantasy guy, okay? Even with like Titanic. Remember Titanic when that came out? I recently saw the re-release. They re-released it a few months ago, and I saw it again, and I remember the fever with that, man. I mean, oh my God, fucking Leo DiCaprio was everywhere. There used to be a thing called bookstores, and if you ever went in there, I swear to God, there was a whole fucking section of the bookstore, nothing but Leo DiCaprio. Leo DiCaprio fucking books, his fucking calendars, his posters, his coffee cups, Leo DiCaprio fucking everything. That fucking 1997. Okay, the fall of 1997, or I guess the spring of 1998. Okay, Leo DiCaprio fucking everywhere. Kate Winslet, nothing. 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 Oh, she would show up on a talk show here or there. Maybe she was on the cover of Cosmo once in a while. But that was it. Okay, Leo DiCaprio was on more Cosmo covers than she was. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so don't ever fucking tell me these movies are fucking not impartial. Now they're most definitely partial, most definitely biased. Okay, you didn't see fucking Kate Winslet posters anywhere. Nobody ever fucking bought it. I never even seen a Kate Winslet poster, to be honest with you. I've never even seen one to this day. You see, that's what I'm talking about, okay? That's what exactly I'm talking. And that's what this movie was. It was a vehicle to launch fucking Patrick Swayze into fucking superstardom, okay? This is what propelled him into the height of his sexual powers, you could say. His ability to bring in the fucking teeny bopper girls into the fucking box office, okay? Even his fucking mom took advantage of his popularity. His mom was fucking selling the goddamn Swayze dancing VHS cassettes, okay? On TV, you just dial this fucking number, and get your credit card, for $3.50 postage and handling, $49.99 plus $3.50 postage and handling. Yeah, Patrick Swayze's in the fucking commercial himself. You can buy Swayze dancing. You can learn how to fucking dance like him. Being taught by Patrick Swayze's mom, Patsy Swayze. Okay, for like a half an hour, you can be just as good as him. All right, that's what the commercial, the infomercial promised you. Okay, I remember that too. All right, and this was before I even saw the fucking movie. All right, so yeah, it was that summer was just all Patrick Swayze. Okay. So let's get into this fucking bullshit. It's fan fiction, like I said. You got the nerdy girl, the nerdy Jewish girl with the big nose. She's short, okay? She's shy. She has no fucking friends. She don't even get along with her fucking sister, okay? She fantasizes about being with the fucking hot guy, the hot popular guy, okay? The one that all the girls want to get with. She wants to get with that guy, and she wants to be, not only does she want to get with that guy, she wants to be the only one. I want to say who the fuck wrote this shit, but unfortunately, I know who wrote this shit. And Eleanor, you're living in fucking lollipop land, okay? You need to come down to fucking earth, okay? This shit's not gonna happen, okay? I'm not saying that fucking Johnny Castle, yes, that's his real name, Johnny Castle. He's brothers with Rex Powers, and fucking Touch Connors. And Brock Butler. Okay, yeah, Johnny Castle, he's one of them. All right. Yeah, I know that in real life, this Johnny Castle guy would have fucked Baby. Absolutely, he would have. I'm not saying he wouldn't. Would Baby have fallen in love with him? Absolutely, she would have. Okay, I'm not saying she wouldn't. But what I am saying is that there's no way in fucking hell he would have fallen in love with her and would have made her his official girlfriend. You out of your fucking mind? Yeah, I know Johnny Castle is portrayed as a 25-year-old in this movie. And I do know that Baby is portrayed as a 17-year-old in this movie. I mean, even there, that's fucking 8 years. Okay, no wonder fucking her dad is all pissed off. Okay, but Johnny does not look like he's fucking 25. He looks like Patrick Swayze, who was 34 at the time he filmed this movie. Okay, now Jennifer Grey was 26 when she filmed this movie, but she did look 17. Okay, even when she was like exposing her skin and shit, even when she was wearing the tight shorts, she was wearing the Daisy Dukes and shit, you know, and the sleeveless shirts, the tight shirts, you know, later on when she starts expressing her sexuality. Okay, even there she looked really good. She's got a nice body, can't get away from that fucking nose, but even there she still looks 17. You know, with that perm that she had and all that, you know. So she still looks 17, a hot 17, but she still looks 17. But, you know, I mean, it's just like, what the fuck, man? You do not look 25, you look 35. You look 34. You know, and, you know, I know that Patrick Swayze, you know, he's a great dancer, but, you know, I read Patrick Swayze's autobiography, you know, and he actually had a lot of injuries. That's why he got into acting, was because he couldn't do football anymore. He got injured in football. He was going to be a professional football player, okay? And he used to have to drain his knee. He did ice skating, Disney on Ice, you know, and he had a lot of injuries, okay? So that's why when Patrick Swayze's walking, you can tell he's kind of walking like kind of stiff, you know? For a guy who's like a professional dancer, he walks very stiffly. You know, you can see that. He even did that in Roadhouse. He just kind of walks like this, you know? Well, the reason for that is all the fucking injuries that he has, okay? Like moving his body. I'm sure like when his blood is flowing, you know, and his body has made these natural painkillers, or maybe he's taking painkillers himself, I don't know. But when all that's happening, his blood is pumping, you know, and he's in the move, his muscles are warmed up. I'm sure he moves gracefully. He can do all those stuff, you know? But when he's not, you know, when he's from, a resting position, all of a sudden he's moving around, he's very stiff, you know, and you can tell that when he's walking. You can tell that he's stiff. And I'm surprised he was able to pick up Jennifer Grey. Honestly, he looks like his body is taking a toll. You know, his body's taken a lot of damage over the years. That's kind of how he moves, how he looks like when he's not dancing. Okay, and you can kind of tell that, all right, and it's true. I read his book. He suffered from a lot of pain. He had like arthritis in his joints and shit at this time in his life, you know, which lasted for the rest of his life. That's not what he died from. He died actually from like stomach cancer. Okay, but you know, he had a lot of pain and stuff in real life. You know, so yeah, it was hard for him just to do normal movements. It caused him pain. You could tell that in his performance, okay? And unfortunately, his acting is not very good in this movie. He's just not very believable. The shit that he says, I know it's not his fault. He did not write the script. I know that. We know who wrote the script, but nobody talks that way in real life, okay? The things that he tells Baby is bullshit. It's just there to get Baby to express herself some more, okay? It doesn't make any logical sense. There's no verisimilitude here, okay? It's not a realistic conversation, okay? A guy like him would not be talking to Baby in the way that he does in this movie, okay? But we'll get to that when those scenes occur, okay? Right now, where we left off, Baby is basically, she's being seduced unsuccessfully by this guy named Neil Kellerman, who is the grandson of Max Kellerman, who's the owner of the Catskill Mountains resort that they're staying in, the Kellerman Resorts. That's where they're staying at, okay? Now, Max Kellerman is an old fat guy. He used to be a vaudeville guy, all right? He's best friends with Baby's dad, Frank Hausman, okay? And her baby's name is Baby. Her real name is Frances Baby. Everyone calls her Baby Hausman. And she's vacationing there with her family for the summer, okay? Everyone there is rich. They're all Jewish. The people that are not rich are the staff, the people that work there. And because they are poor, they're basically blue-collar people, they get treated like shit by the owners and by the staff. Okay, well, some of the staff, but mostly the owners treat them like shit. Also, the employees treat them like shit. Okay, the waiters particularly, the guys that are the waiters there in the restaurants. Okay, those guys are Ivy League educated. They're all rich and Jewish as well. They do not need to work there. They work there for fun. They work there for extra money. Okay, while they're on their summer vacation from their Ivy League schools. Okay, they don't have to work there. Okay, but I guess Max decided it'd be better to have rich young guys wait on the tables of the rich families that are there. Rich young Jewish guys wait on the rich Jewish families that are staying there, okay? Because they have a lot more in common, you know, that kind of thing. Maybe, and also, you know, a secondary motive is that Max actually wants his employees, his waiters, to fuck the girls. To take care of the young girls, the old girls, all of them, even the dogs. That's what he says. That's a quote from the movie. Even the dogs, okay? Their job is to show them a good time, if you know what I mean, okay? He says, I don't give a shit how the fuck you romance them, show them the stars if you fucking have to. I don't give a shit, okay? But these girls, they better be fucking happy when they leave here. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so that's what. But he tells the opposite to the employees, okay? The poor blue collar workers that work there, okay? The guys that clean the toilets, you know, like Johnny Castle, he's a dance instructor there. He also puts on a show. So is Penny. She's a dance instructor there, okay? A very sexy dance instructor. She's both of them are very talented dancers. They are not allowed to fraternize with the guests. Okay, all their job is to sell dance lessons and to put on a show. Okay, that is their job there. Okay, and if they don't do what they're told, okay, or they don't meet up to the standards that Max and Neil tell them to, expect them to, then they are fired. They are on their ass. Now Johnny and Penny and his cousin fucking Billy, they don't have any other jobs. This is their total source of income, so they cannot afford to piss off anybody there. They can't piss off the owners. They can't piss off the snidely little fucking twerp Neil. Okay, and they can't afford to piss off the guests either. So they do what they're fucking told. And you can tell there's a lot of resentment there. Okay, but they do what they're fucking told, especially from Johnny. He hates having to fucking suck their ass every fucking day. All these rich Jewish people to suck their ass every fucking day, but he has to do it or else he's on his ass and he can't afford to lose his job. Okay. It's very important to him, okay? So that's what he does. He does what he's told, all right? So where we're left off here is Neil is trying to fucking seduce Baby, who's also wealthy like him, and he tries to seduce her by reminding her that he is the catch of the county. Oh yeah, he tells her that, even though he's fucking shorter than her and his nose is almost as big as hers, okay? He's the catch of the county. And he owns 2 hotels. And then he brags to her about how he stole some lifeguard's girlfriend because you know the lifeguard said, what does he have that I don't have? And she said he has 2 hotels. You see what I mean? Like, that's not gonna work. You save that fucking shit. You're gonna run that game on a girl. You run that game on a poor girl. Okay, you don't run that game on a rich girl. They don't give a fuck. Baby doesn't give a fuck. She's not attracted to this guy at all. Okay, and it's so all Neil has to do is look at her, and he can tell, and he would be any normal human being, any straight guy could tell that this girl is not interested in him at all. She's not attracted to him. She doesn't want to fucking talk to him. She doesn't even want to be there, standing on the bridge at night with him. Okay, but because you know what's her name? Fucking God, I don't even remember her name. The bitch that wrote this fucking movie. Since she fucking does not understand how straight guys think, he's completely oblivious to the fact that Baby wants nothing to do with it. Eleanor Bergstein, sorry, that's her name. Okay, she's completely oblivious to the fact that men can tell when a woman wants absolutely nothing to do with them, and that's usually a turn off for them as well, and that turns them off, and they go off and talk to somebody else. Okay, if I was trying to impress Baby and she was just like, first of all, why would I be trying to impress this fucking underage fucking big-nosed Jewish girl? Okay, when there's other hot girls at the resort. But let's say I'm fucking desperate and I'm a simp and I'm lonely and I was trying to talk to this girl. Okay, once I started looking at her, you know, for 1 second I could tell that she's not interested in me. I would walk away. I'd excuse myself, say, hey, I'm gonna go now. Okay, nice talking to you. Bye. And I'd go talk to another girl. That's what I would do, but that's not gonna happen because this is fucking lollipop land. And in this fucking lollipop land, the men do not act like fucking men. They're completely oblivious to the girl, even though she's standing right fucking next to them. And all they gotta do is look at her to see what's going on. Nobody does that in this movie. Nobody. Okay, nobody does that. All right. Anyway, so he's still trying to impress her, and then they notice that Baby's sister Lisa is walking out of the bushes. She was in there with a guy, and we find out who the guy is. It's Bobby Gould. Bobby Gould is one of the waiters that I mentioned. Okay, one of the asshole waiters whose job it is to fuck the girls. Okay, he's a rich Ivy League guy. He's going to Yale Medical School. Okay, and he just works at this job so he can get enough money to buy his Alfa Romeo. That's what he says. Okay, he's a big fucking asshole. Okay, just like Neil is here, only he's taller, maybe a little bit better looking. Okay, and he's there with Lisa. Lisa obviously blew him off, like he was trying to get frisky with her and she wasn't ready to go all the way with him yet, you know, despite the fact that she went out there with him anyway to the golf course by themselves. Like, what the fuck did she think was going to happen? Anyway, so anyway, he lets her go and stuff, and she's walking away and she's complaining how I don't hear the music. And he's like, well, maybe you need to go inside and talk to your parents. Maybe they can hear it better. That kind of thing, all right? So he's pissed off that I guess he only made it to second base or some shit like that, all right? So anyway, they walk back to the cabana where everyone else is dancing and shit. Johnny's there dancing with some middle-aged fucking Jewish woman that he's been fucking on the side. Okay, Baby knows about it, but she's still attracted to him. She still wants to fuck him herself. Okay, so anyway, she's not attracted to Neil at all. She's attracted to Johnny. She wants Johnny. She's been looking at Johnny's ass all throughout the entire fucking movie. I doubt she even knows what his face looks like. She's been staring at his fucking butt the whole fucking time. and his gyrating hips, okay? And she looks at his ass like she wants to fucking eat it. Anyway, but she's stuck with this twerp right now, Neil, because he's the fucking the owner's grandson. And so he asks, hey, I'm sorry you had to see that, baby. Sometimes you have to see things that you don't want to see in life. Like he's parting this fucking wisdom and shit, right? Anyway, he tells her, hey, you look hungry. You want hungry? Let's get you something to eat. So he takes her to fucking this kitchen that nobody's at. Okay, he opens up the fridge. Hey, we got sandwiches here. We got this and that. Well, baby looks over right behind her, and she sees Penny there. Penny is is the beautiful dance instructor played by Cynthia Rhodes. She's been married to Richard Marx. Yes, I'm going to keep fucking reminding you of that. Okay, Richard Marx. I won't give up until we're satisfied. Yeah, Mr. fucking Perm Mullet from 1989. Hey, that's a good song, by the way. I listen to it when I'm working out. I still do. Yeah. Anyway, so she was married to him in real life, but right now, we don't know what's going on with her, but she's fucking upset. She's been crying. Her makeup is smeared. We already know that she was supposed to be putting on a show with Johnny at the Cabana, but she's not there because Neil complained to Johnny about it. Where is she? He's like, she's taking a break. But the truth is, Johnny doesn't know where she is. Well, we know where she is. She's hiding out in the fucking kitchen. She's curled up into a ball, in a dress. Okay, and she's crying her eyes out. We don't know what's going on. She's trying to keep quiet so she doesn't get noticed, but baby notices her. But Neil, of course, doesn't notice her because he doesn't fucking notice anything about women at all throughout this entire fucking movie. So so baby makes this excuse like, hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna go back over there, blah, 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 this and that. I'm gonna go check on Lisa, my sister, because we saw her walking away with fucking Bobby and shit, and she didn't look happy. And then I'm gonna go check on her. And so they leave. Okay. Well, this is just her excuse to ditch Neil. Okay. She don't want to hang out with this short little twerpy guy with a big nose like hers. So she goes to the Cabana to go see who she really wants to go see. She sees Billy. Okay, who basically is this little guy. He's Johnny's cousin. He serves no purpose in this movie except be a friendly, likable guy. He's likable, he's friendly, he's helpful. He makes little jokes. Okay, he seems like a really decent stand-up, nice guy, which means that baby is not attracted to him at all. Instead, she's attracted to the bad boy, Johnny, okay, the guy who's shaking his ass, all right? Well, Billy grabs Johnny and tells her, hey, listen, we found out where Penny is. She's actually in the kitchen, crying her eyes out. So Johnny's like, oh, shit, we got to go. And so they fucking leave. Now, Johnny's wearing this white tuxedo with black pants, okay, bow tie and all that. He's dressed nicely, dancing with this fucking rich woman. We don't know her name, but she's a bungalow bunny, which means that she stays at the resort for the whole week while her husband's in Manhattan working, making the fucking dough that can afford for her to stay there. She's fucking the employees that work there, okay, behind his back, all right? So that's going on here, okay? So Johnny and and baby and Billy all run back to the kitchen, okay, to find out, to check up on Penny, okay? And baby says, what's wrong with her? And then Billy, because he's a fucking dumbass and his only purpose in this movie is to fucking provide baby with a way to inject herself into the plot of the movie. Okay, that's his only purpose there, is to introduce her to Johnny and to Penny and to get her involved in the drama and to tell her shit and explain to her shit that she has no fucking business knowing. Okay? Not just because she's fucking a stranger, but also because she's a fucking guest at the hotel that they all work at. Okay, and you get fired. And for people that are fucking so scared about losing their jobs, like they're supposed to be, they sure are volunteering a shitload of fucking information to baby, already knowing that it looks like on the surface like she might have something going on with the manager of the whole fucking place, the owner's fucking grandson, and that maybe if they tell her shit, that might get back to the fucking owner Max, and they might all get fucking fired. No, Billy never thinks about that at all. Okay, he just keeps volunteering information. Now, I can understand if he was in love, maybe he had a crush on baby, and he thought that like by inviting her into his circle of friends that she would like him more. Okay, because he's oblivious to the fact that fucking she only has the hots for Johnny and nobody else. Okay, but he's not even doing that. Okay, she's just telling her shit just to tell her shit, knowing that it might cost him, his cousin, and his friend Penny their jobs. Like, what the fuck, you fucking idiot? Johnny looks at him like, hey, Billy, what the fuck? Why are you telling her this shit? Anyway, well, Billy tells her is that she's pregnant. She's knocked up. She's got a bun in the oven. Well, baby automatically assumes, rightfully so, that Johnny is the dad. Why? Because Billy is not very masculine, and he's just like, she's not even attracted to him, and she ain't the best looking girl in the world, and she's not even attracted to him, okay? Obviously. The way that Johnny and Penny have been dancing, he ate her out like on the dance floor earlier. It's pretty obvious that he's boning Penny. Okay, it'd be pretty obvious to me. Okay, now we know because Billy told her that there's nothing going on with Johnny and Penny, that they used to date, but that was a long time ago. Okay, there's nothing going on, despite the fact that he's eating her out right there on the fucking dance floor in front of the whole fucking crowd. There's nothing going on, despite the fact that, she's putting her legs over his shoulders and shit, dancing around, all that kind of crap, yeah, there's nothing going on, right? Okay, they're just platonic friends, right? Okay, so baby assumes that, Johnny's the dad. Johnny's like, oh, so that's what you think, huh? You just think it's mine, don't you? All righteous and indignant. Get the fuck out of here, okay? It is your baby, Johnny. There's no way in fucking hell you're gonna convince me, okay? Now, it might not be your baby, but it's not because you didn't fuck her, okay? It's because she's been fucking other guys too, including Bobby, okay? That's why it might not be your baby. Okay, that's why it might not be your baby. Not because you're not fucking her, okay? Unfortunately, there were no DNA tests back in 1963, so... there's no real way. It takes several years to figure out for sure, based on what the kid looks like. Which, hey, man, that was a different time, okay? I would have assumed it was Johnny's kid, too. In fact, there's no way in hell, I don't give a fuck what Billy says, that you're going to convince me that Johnny's not also fucking Penny. He most definitely is fucking Penny, okay? And for those of you girls out there that I just fucking destroyed your fantasy, tough fucking titty kitty, okay? But the milk is still fucking good, all right? I'm going to tell you straight man's point of view, and I got no reason to fucking bullshit you, okay? Tough titty kitty. Can you handle it? So that's going on here, okay? So he's knocked up, okay, so blah, 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 okay, Johnny gets pissed off, baby assumes that it's his baby in there, okay, and I already told you why any normal human being would assume that, okay, Johnny offers to pay, he grabs a Penny, who's still crouched there in the kitchen. He picks her up, and don't worry, baby, don't worry, Penny, nothing's gonna happen, let nobody hurt you, nothing bad's gonna happen, I'm gonna take care of you, Penny, whatever, and he picks her up, okay, is this supposed to be another way to convince us that he's not with her, he's not fucking her? Get the fuck out of here, okay, so anyway, they take her back to, I guess, the room that they're staying in, whatever, or Penny's room, or I don't know it's Johnny's room, I don't fucking know. But they're sitting there, and what does Penny do? Okay, because we know that she's pregnant now, that's why she's upset. So what does Penny do while she's pregnant? She fucking drinks whiskey. Yeah, she drinks fucking whiskey. Good. Okay, that way if she can't afford the abortion, okay, if she loses her job, at least her fucking kid will come out with fucking fetal alcohol syndrome, okay? So that's the good news, right? Anyway, yeah, so she's drinking her fucking whiskey, and Johnny's drinking his whiskey, and he offers to give her his salary to pay for an abortion, and she tells him, no, you can't do that. No, he's like, hey, that's my business, all right? If I want to give you my money, I'll give you my shit. It doesn't matter, it's not enough. It's not enough. So baby decides to inject herself in the drama because everyone forgot that she's there. Okay, this is her way in. Like I said, she's involved in this drama that she has no fucking business being involved in. This is drama between the employees. She is a guest there, and somehow she has managed to maneuver her way through Billy to maneuver her way into the heart of this whole fucking drama. Okay, she's injected herself into this fucking drama that has nothing to fucking do with her. Okay? Now she's an active player in this little fucking soap opera, okay? All right, and she goes in there, she says like, yo, don't give up, don't say that. It's not the end of the world, Penny. There's gotta be a way out of this. She's like, you're baby, right? That's your name, right, baby? Okay? You need to shut the fuck up about shit you don't know a goddamn thing about. You don't know anything about me. And Billy's like, well, actually, I told her. She's like, what the fuck, Billy? Now she's gonna go tell her manager boyfriend we're all gonna get fired. Well, exactly. How come no one's beating the shit out of Billy for this? I don't blame. I mean, baby, she's just an opportunist. She saw a way in and she exploited it. But Billy's the fucking one you gotta get rid of. What the fuck is your problem, you fucking dumbass? You telling guests all this shit that they don't have no business knowing about? Come on, okay? So that's going on here, okay? And then she's like, what you told him? So you told him that I'm pregnant by Bobby the creep? Oh, so now, see? Volunteering information. So now now baby knows who the dad is. Okay, it's Bobby the waiter, Bobby Gould, Mr. fucking Yale Medical School asshole, right? Stuck up asshole who's trying to fuck her sister right now. Yeah, that's the dad. No wonder Penny was so upset when he saw Bobby flirting with Lisa, baby's sister, at the fucking hair wig class that they had earlier in the day. Okay, so no wonder she was upset. All right. So yeah, Bobby Gould is the fucking is the dad, right? Like I said, it could be Bobby or it could be fucking Johnny. Okay, honestly, if this movie was written by a fucking heterosexual man, okay, or at least if he was the co-writer with Eleanor Bergstein, that's exactly what would have happened. Okay. So now Baby has some more information that she had no fucking business knowing. Okay, because Penny volunteered it. Okay. Well, Baby says, "Oh, that's the good news. He's got the money. He can pay for the abortion. He's got the money." And she's like, "Oh, you idiot! He already knows. He already knows." Drink some more whiskey, right? Well, if you keep drinking that whiskey, maybe you'll get lucky and abort it yourself. What the fuck, man? A miscarriage. Yeah, maybe you'll just miss one day of work. Anyway, yeah. So Billy also reveals some more information to Baby. "Hey, listen, I know this doctor. He's going to be in town next Thursday. Okay, for $250, he can do it. He already told me he'll do it, but he's only in town for one night. So yeah, okay. Now you got to remember, this is 10 years before Roe versus Wade. Okay, abortions were illegal in 1963. All right, I mean they're commonplace now, but they were illegal in 1963. Okay. And so Baby's like, "Oh, well, Bobby has the money." Okay, but obviously Bobby told Penny that he's denying that that's his kid, so he's not going to give her shit. He's not going to give her any money. Okay. Oh well, honestly, you know what? I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. If I was Bobby, there's no way in fucking hell that I would trust this girl to only have been fucking me. I mean, there were condoms back then, but come on, let's face it, nobody was using them back then. There was no AIDS yet or shit like that. There was STDs, but not like the real hard shit that came later in the 80s. Disco hadn't come out, so not everybody was fucking each other and giving each other AIDS yet. Okay, so I mean, honestly, man, I would have gotten the money. I would have gotten the money from Johnny. I would have said, "Johnny, you and I are the only two guys that we know for sure fucked her. Okay, there might be some others, okay, that she needs to talk to. Okay, but you go half, so I'll go half. There, that's fair enough. All right. Okay, that's what I would have done. Okay, Johnny already offered his money. I would have matched it too. Give her the $250. Okay, but what do you call it? There must be some other way. Okay, either that or someone's fucking gonna raise this fucking kid. Okay, because it's a bad situation. But you know what? There's a reason that back then, you didn't fuck people until you were married. Okay, sorry, I'm putting it out there. It's true. Okay, even today it's still true. Because nobody does it because the birth control hadn't been invented yet in 1963. Okay, it's a pickle to be in. Okay, but that's the situation. All right, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I will be back shortly to continue my review of Dirty Dancing from 1987. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.